Okay, so we are going to be looking at our rocker arm. The first place that we're going to start is we're going to put these circles in the middle here at the center or the origin of our screen. Okay, so we're going to start there. Then I'm going to kind of get this section over here and get my tangent lines in place. Then we're going to do this section over here and we're going to put these radiuses in place, and then we'll end with our hexagon in the middle. Okay, that's the plan. So I am going to go over to Creo and we're going to get started. So as we do each and every time, I'm going to make sure that my working directory is all set. I've got it in my directories, WCTC Creo, and I'm going to say, okay, that looks good. Then you'll notice that on here, this is a 3-place decimal. So I'm going to go up to File, Options, Sketcher, and I'm going to change this back to 3 on my decimals and hit OK. Yes, sure. Okay. All right. Now I'm ready to start new and save my file as a rocker arm. So I'm going to go New, Heart, Solid, and we're going to call this a rocker underscore arm, default template, and we're going to say OK. All right. And now we're going to come up here and it's gonna like say, okay, what do you want to do? Do not go into the sketch, go into the extrude like we've been doing so that we can end saving it as a part file. But we do need to identify a sketch first. We'll always have to sketch first before we can extrude anything. So we're going to hit define. We're going to select our sketching plane to be the front plane right here. And then we're going to hit sketch. And then it's going to rotate to it. So now we're all set. Our origin is in the middle here. And we're going to start with the 2.75 inch diameter circle. So diameter circle, center at the center there. So, you know, something you just want to be, you know, super aware of is when I do this circle, I'm going to like snap to that center. Okay. So make sure you're snapped to the center before you do your left click. Okay. To identify that center. So I'm going to snap to the center. I'm going to go out and then snap again, and then middle mouse button. And I've got my diameter here. I'm going to double click on the diameter, and we want this to be 2.75. Okay. Now we're going to do another one. Go right back into that circle command, click another circle, go larger, click again, middle mouse button, double click on that diameter, and that's going to be 3.5. There we go. And then I'm going to move this over, this over. You should be set. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put in my circles over here. So I'm going to do a circle. This is going to be along this center line. Okay. So I'm going to click there, small circle, middle mouse button, double click. Oh, look at how close I was. 0.75. Huh. I'm calibrated. I'm like a CAD system. Maybe not. All right. What's that dimension? That's 3 inches. So I'm just going to let you know. I read the comments from my last class. So if you happen to be in my last class and you left any comments and you filled out the survey. So, and I always read the comments. I love those. And I appreciate those who do put them in. So I'm not calling anybody out because I have no idea who wrote it. But you know, when you answer the question, what the instructor should keep doing, somebody told me I should keep doing my corny jokes. Just so you know. I mean, that literally was one of the things that somebody said. So if you said it, okay. All right. I don't think others appreciate that, but that's okay. I do. Thank you. All right. Now on the outside here, I'm gonna go here. Oops. Ooh, where'd it go? Felt like I did something and it like flashed. Let me try it again. Circle here. That's going to be that radius. It's going to share the same center. And this has a radius of 0.75, so a diameter of 1.5. We'll left click it and toggle it to the radius dimension. Now we're gonna do our tangent lines to the outsides of these two circles, okay? So underneath our regular line command, it's going to have a tangent line or line tangent. That's the one we want to click, okay? So we're going to click that. We're just going to click on the outside of our circle. It's not going to find a point. It's just going to be like kind of a floating tangent line. And then now when I pull away, it's on there, okay? And then I'm going to click on the other circle and it's going to automatically make those tangent to each other, which is nice. Now I'm still in that command. So I'm right away going to start at the bottom of this one and I'm going to go to the bottom of the other circle. And then now those are the only two that I need. So I'm all set with that. Can hit escape. All good. I'm going to trim away the parts in the middle here that I don't need. I see there's a chat here. Okay, got it. I'll answer in a little bit. Okay, so I'll answer after I'm done with this. Just remind me. So now, let me see here. I'm going to do delete segment, I think is what it's called. It's not highlighting for me right now. And then I'm going to trim away this and this, and that. Okay, so if we look back at we have this part done right here. Okay, now we'll go over on this side. These are going to be more radiuses. So I'm going to place this circle first. It's going to be 1.75 down. And then from the center, it's going to be, oh, actually from this center over here, it's 5.75. So we have to measure it from over here. So we will put circle down in the lower left-hand corner, right about here. And it happens to be the same size as the other diameter. So the 0.75, that's going to be equal. Okay. And then 1.75 here. And then I need to actually add a dimension from this center to this center. And then I'm gonna use my middle mouse button and I've got 5.75. There we go. Okay, that's down there. So I got all nice strong dimensions on here, which is good. And that's why I like doing kind of, you know, sometimes you can like put the whole, you know, perimeter around something, but I like doing a couple segments at a time because then I can kind of refine as I go. And I think it helps to not have to clean up as much at the end. All right, let's look back at our sketch. So now I've got this circle in. I'm going to have to add the outside here, and that should be the same size as this. Yes, there's an equal sign there. So we're going to add that radius around the outside. So this is going to be a circle, start at the center, and I'm going to wait till I get equal right there. Okay, so that one's in place too. All right, shift. Now we need to do the radius over the top and the radius right here. I think I was just gonna consider that. Let's try the fillet command. So I'm gonna do fillet. We'll see if this works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it usually should. So I'm gonna do this circle and this circle. Yeah, it did. Because you could do a circle and then do tangent to it. So I'm going to pull this out. And this is going to be a radius of 1.75. Okay, that works. And then now this one, we won't be able to do a fillet because a fillet's always going to be like a concave. We need a convex, I think, right? Yeah. So this one, we are going to have to do the diameter. Yes, Chris.
So if we move a fillet with the center of that circle,
Nope, it will be there. Yep, because it's doing this right in between there. Because the other way that we could put this in is we could draw a circle and then we could go tangent. We could do a tangent constraint and a tangent constraint and then trim away the part that we don't need. And that really is what a fillet does in the inside. A fillet's always going to be that inside type of a radius. So you could do it either way. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I was kind of just like
as long as it's that same size. Yes. But the next one, that one that goes over the top here, we are going to draw the full circle for that. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit I'm going to put my circle like up over here, and I don't want to be equal to, I want it to be its own independent feature out here. And then this diameter is going to be 4.25 times 2, it's going to be 8.5. Okay, 8.5. Now, I like to do this with these. I'm going to move this circle so it's close to where it needs to be. So I created the circle away, and now I'm going to click this center line, and I'm going to drag, and I'm holding, dragging, and I'm just getting it close to where it needs to go. All right. And the reason I'm going to do this is because it gives Creo less decisions to make. Okay. If it would be up there, you might be like, oh, I could just say tangent and tangent, but it can get a little wonky. So move it close to where it needs to go first. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my constraints here, and I'm going to click tangent. And then I'm going to grab the outside circle and then this larger outside circle. Now those two are tangent. I'm still on tangent, so I'm going to do that outside circle again and this circle here. And now it's there. And then now I just need to trim away what I don't want. So now I'm going to delete segment, get rid of this part on this side. Oop, there's a little dash right there. Don't forget that one. Yes, I can demonstrate it. Then I'm just going to finish it up here quick. And then once you have those two segments away, you could do a delete segment again, but you can just select this and then hit the delete key. Okay. And yeah, so that's there. So somebody asked to redo that part again. So I'm going to do an undo. One. Yep, no problem. So here's my circle. All right. I drew it at 8.5 away from things, right? So I'm going to now take this, and I'm going to click on the center, hold my left mouse button, drag so that it can be right there, close to where it's going to be, and then release. And then now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go up to my constraints. Make sure nothing else is selected except select, so that you're not in a command. You're going to go up to constraint tangent, and then you're going to click the outside circle and then that larger inner one. And then you're still in tangent, and you're going to do the outside circle again, and then tangent to that edge right here. Left click that. Yep. And then now again, delete that segment here, get the one that's right there. Okay. And then delete this one. And then now escape out of there, select and delete. It looks good. Good. And then I just have to do a trim on the inside on these two. 1, 2, and there. Okay. Right here? That's just those 2 points coming together where it did the fillet. It's just a construction. There's nothing really there. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm just got to kind of clean up my dimensions, right? So if I shift and I pull this up, this needs to be a radius dimension. So I'm going to left click it and toggle to the radius. And then here too, I'm just going to position these so that I can see everything and it looks, normal, and that things aren't overlapped. I think I got it. Okay. And then you want to double check your feature requirements. I got 2 green check marks. So I'd be ready to do my screenshot here for my assignment. Now, remember, I've got to do an okay. Extrude 1/4 inch, right? Everything's going to be extruded 1/4 inch. 0.25. Okay. And then we're going to hit the okay button. I'm going to pull it onto my thing here. You don't have to make a screenshot of this, only of the sketches. Remember, this is your assignment, the sketches, right? It's really what we're focusing on. We're just adding the thickness here so we can save it as a part so that you can then pull it back up like as a normal file. And if you need to make an adjustment to the sketch. So I'm going to do a file save here. I'm in my working directory. I'm going to say okay. And then now I could close this file and be done. Okay, Chris. Oh, I did forget the hexagon. Oh, this is good. This is good. So now, oh crap, I forgot something. I need to add something, right? Gosh, I thought I was done. then all I have to do is be like, all right, well, then I'm just going to expand my extrude. And I see this section 1 is its sketch. Okay. So I'm going to edit definition, edit that sketch. And now I'm going to be back in my sketching mode. Thank you for asking that. And actually, it's worked out good. So we're going to now pull that hexagon in. All right. And this is going to be like we did it before. So remember, it's kind of weird. It's on this palette. Okay. But it is, that's where it is. So we're going to do the palette and we're going to go to polygons and we're going to go to 6-sided hexagon. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull it out. Okay. And I'm just going to put it like in a bare space and I'm going to release over here. So I'm dragging, pulling it out and it's going to release over here. Then this menu comes up. We're just going to hit okay, easy peasy. And then we're going to hit close. And you're going to notice that there is a dimension for the size here of that hexagon. And that hexagon is, oh, that's not the dimension we want. We want the dimension over the flats. So then we just need to add a dimension. So we're simply going to go over the flats here. Middle mouse button. Yeah, it's going to be mad about that. Because we're going to get rid of this dimension, the 0.77. We're going to delete that one because we want over the flats, not just that little one. So that's okay. And then we're going to say this one needs to be 1.75. Okay. All right, cool. Then we're going to move it to the center here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want this to be coincident. So it's going to be the center of this and the center of that, and it moved it. Now, I do need to rotate it though, don't I? I do need to rotate it. So to do that, I gotta remember how I do that. I need to put through this corner a center line. So I'm going to grab a center line here and we're going to put it through this corner and this corner. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter. Now, shift down and let's look underneath. Just got to kind of remember. So you'll notice here that from the vertical, we have this at 20 degrees, right? We have that at 20 degrees. We're going to measure that angle right now. Okay. We're going to see what it's at the moment. And then we're going to see how much we have to rotate it. And I think I know how much, but we're going to confirm it. Okay. So with it straight like this, if we measure this angle right here, we are going to measure it dimension here to here, and we're going to go like that. And it's at 30 degrees. Okay. Now why? Oh, I know why. I know why. I think, yeah, it needs to be at 20. We're going to rotate it. So we need to rotate it 10 degrees is what we end up needing to do. So let me do an undo here. I'm trying to like, this is tied to this. I might have to. I'm going to undo this for a second. I think I've got to pull it back out over here. I forgot how I did this. Hold on. I'm going to undo it one more time. I'm going to go back into my palette. I think it's in here. Over here. Here's the angle, the rotation angle. This is what I needed. I thought I could do it on the outside because I forgot when it was in here. So this angle right here. So it was good that we got the 30 degrees. So if we go back and we look at this, when it was sitting straight, it was 30 degrees from that vertical line out, and we only want it to be 20. So we need to actually rotate this 10 degrees counterclockwise, right? Do you see that? So it was 30 when it was flat, 30, this angle was larger. We only want it to be 20. So we need it to be counterclockwise 10 degrees. So if we go back over here, we're just going to have to maybe try this out. And I believe counterclockwise is going to be a positive angle. So I want to rotate this 10 degrees. Let's go like this. Let's hope for the best, because I think this is how I did it. Oh, it was. If it wasn't a positive degree in a counterclockwise direction, then we would just go opposite and do a negative. That's all. So 10 degrees, we've got it moved. Now I can go back and I can do what we did before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our dimension across the flats out here. It's going to tell us that, ooh, they have too many dimensions. We want to get rid of the 0.77. So it goes across the flats instead of on the length of each one of the sides. This needs to be 1.75. Okay. And now we're going to go coincident from that center to that center. Coincident from this center to Again, am I in something? Coincident from center of this. Do I kind of locate it like that? So right now, I want to move this. Here it is. Why am I struggling with this?
Does concentric work?
Yeah, well, it will be concentric if it's a circle. Coincident.
Yeah.
There it went. There it went. I don't know. I moved it and now it went. Okay. So now we're good. Now we're good. It was a little rough there at the end. Thank you for reminding me so much of that polygon. But we learned. So the angle was in the palette. Does anybody want me to show you that again one more time? Because I felt like that was a little sketchy. Yeah, let's do that again. So did you hear what I said there? It was a little sketchy. Get it? Corny joke. There, people like them, just so you know. I was told. All right, let's do it again. So we're gonna pull that palette out. Weird little palette. Polygons. 6-sided polygon. Pull it out. I'm gonna put it like over it by itself. Close that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change that angle right away to 10 degrees. It's going to, when we look at polar rotations, counterclockwise is going to be positive. So we do want it to go in a counterclockwise direction, 10 degrees, enter. And then we're just going to hit OK here. All right. And now those dimensions are going to occur. So right now, the polygon is sized by the length of one of those sides, and we want to go over the flats. So we're just going to simply add a dimension like we normally do, dimension, and we're going to grab one of those flats and the other one of those flats, left clicks, and then middle mouse button over on the side, and it's going to say, yeah, that's a problem unless you delete one of these dimensions. So we're going to delete the 0.960, okay? So that's already highlighted, so we're going to delete that one. And now we can change this 1.663 to 1.75, enter, and it's the right size now. Okay. And now we can make it coincident from the center of our polygon to the center. Yeah. I don't know why it was, I'm going to move it like I did last time. I'm going to move it, just move it. And then I'm going to do coincident from there to there. I hate you. I have what?
You had midpoint selected instead of coincident.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Coincident. I was doing, thank you. Thank you. There to there. That was it. That was it. Okay.
You have a blue dimension on the bottom.
Oh, what? Oh, I know why. I know why. We're not worried.
Center line, yeah.
Center line through here. Okay. See, I'm testing you guys. That's really what's happening here. No, it went really smooth. This part, these polygons are just a little wonky. 20 degrees. There we go. Okay. Why did it not go through? Okay. Back, 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 back. Hold on. And that's one of the nice things about our undo. Let me go to the palette again, do it one more time. Mine wasn't, the 10 degrees, close. Angle, 10, enter. 10 degrees, okay. All right. And then we're gonna go dimension. The third time goes really fast, just so you know. And then we're gonna move from this to that. Okay. Put a center line through this and that. Am I through there? I am not. That's the problem. I gotta go coincident E. Delete. Gotta go center through that point. I don't think I'm grabbing the point. I think it's going to the, I think I was being. And I want to go to this point. There, that should be it now. I was assuming it was picking those points, but I think I was accidentally getting the construction circle around there instead. So make sure you're getting the point. Sketch plane, and then I'm going to add my dimension. Now I should be exactly 20 degrees. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. So what I was doing when I put my center line in, because there is a, there's that construction circle, I was grabbing that instead of the corners. That's what it was. So be really careful with that. Be really careful with that. And I think for the most part, I'm pretty good here. I just got to maybe move my dimensions a little bit so I can see them. Nice. And I think the rest look pretty good. Okay, so you can take your screen snip. Let me make sure I've got my 2 green check marks on my feature requirements. And now I can see that I've got my extrude in place. So now I can do my file save and then close out if I want to. I think we learned a lot about polygons at the end there. Lex.
I followed exactly what you did, and for some reason my paint and my areas switched.
Oh, okay. I can come and look at that. All right. Don't be afraid. It is faster the second time. See, we should get shirts for our program and we'll, you know, don't worry, it's fine. It's just faster the second time you do it. No problem. All right. So, and then we can close out so we can do our file manage file, delete our old versions. Okay. Got it. And then file, close, and then file, manage session, erase. There we go. Okay. Let's be done with this one. Ugh.